Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Keto Mom page. My name is Stephanie. We are going through the Rain or Shine book. So as you're tuning in, where are you tuning in from? And we are going through the book, and I actually love the 3 chapters for today. So how are you doing? How are you feeling? It is gorgeous. I shouldn't say gorgeous, but it's nice out. Gorgeous to me would be like 80 degrees. It's probably about 60. Super thankful. Who woke up thankful? I would love to know below. First of all, where are you tuning in from? Second of all, what are you thankful for? What are you thankful for? A thankful heart will change your perspective and help you have a great day. So what are you thankful for? I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful for this community. I'm thankful that my children are working on their school. We have 4 daughters. If you don't know, we started this journey almost 6 years ago. We started this page almost 6 years ago, and we are super thankful and grateful. Really just our goal with this was to be able to just share everything that our family did. So from recipes to just things that we were learning and share it with you, because our hope was that other families would be inspired just to be a healthy family and to help parents do the same thing with their kids. And so I am not a doctor, but we have learned a lot from a lot of doctors in the past, and so we are loving sharing everything that we learn with you. So I hope you're having an amazing morning. As we are going through this book, some of you are going through it with us. Some of you tune in every single day just to get some tips and tricks. I love it. I hope you're loving the book as well. We're going to be doing Morning Miracles next month, so grab it off Amazon, and it's an incredible book. I love these 3 chapters. So we're on chapter 34. We'll be done with the book by the end of May. My goal is to get you to read. Why? Because reading is so important for your mind. So chapter 34, I love this chapter. I think I'm going to read the entire thing to you. I want you to listen, especially if you don't have the book. So a couple things. What are you thankful for today? And if you read a book, like if you read something, or if you're going through a podcast, if you listen to something great. All right, I need to see if my internet's on because it seems like it's acting funny. Should be fine. All right. Like morning voice, I've been up, I promise. I did not work out. For those of you who are rebooting, who's rebooting? The question is, can you work out when you reboot? Yes, I did not. Mainly because my husband did yoga this morning and I hate yoga. So I was like, I'll sleep in because we work out together. Do you like yoga? Hate it. I know I should really do it, but I didn't do it. I opted to sleep in an extra hour. Way better. Sleeping is so important. I told my husband, I think I need to sleep today because my muscles need to grow and my muscles need sleep. And I don't want to stretch. I know. Oh, I hate it. All right. It says fuel, compression, and spark. This chapter is probably one of my favorites. How is your engine running? How is your body running? So think about it like an engine, right? How is your engine running? By your engine, I mean your life, your day-to-day, your energy levels. If you feel sluggish or you're not running on all cylinders, there are 3 things mechanics look for when they're troubleshooting an engine. So he's talking about your life. I would even just say your health and fitness. How is your body feeling? How is your engine feeling? How is your life going? First, is the engine getting fuel? So we could talk about the food that you're eating, right? Are you eating well? If you're feeling sluggish, if you're feeling like garbage, the first thing I'll tell people is, what are you eating? Are you drinking enough water? Every day, right now, I'm drinking my ketones. This is my fuel source. Some of you live off of pots of coffee. Some of you live off of energy drinks. Some of you live off like caffeine pills. I mean, some of you that message me, I'm like, we need to fix this, but I drink ketones every day. Do you have goals that are driving you on? If you have somewhere to go, you are going to end up there. Are you going to end up there? Keep your tank full of exciting goals and keep adding new ones in there as progress. So he just talks about having goals which will fuel you. I believe that most people here are running on empty because they don't have the right type of fuel to keep them going. That's why most people quit. They're tired, they're exhausted, they're overwhelmed. They're not seeing the results that they want, but they ultimately don't feel good enough to keep going, right? Talks about, so the first one is, are you getting enough fuel? For here on the Keto Mom page, what foods are you eating? How much water are you drinking? Are you getting the sleep that you want? Because sleep is important for your fat loss. Your body needs to be not stressed out. If you're super stressed out, it's going to hold on to the fat that you want to lose. Stress is super important. And are you overeating or are you eating enough? And I'm going to say it. Are you drinking ketones? Because they're incredible and they are my fuel every day to not take a nap and feel great. All right. Second thing is compression. He says compression is critical. And this is key. The fuel has to be compressed to detonate. That means the action has to be taken. You have to get up each day and expect and exert energy. You have to get up every day and take action. You can't listen to me in the morning and not take something out of it and take action into your life, whether it's drinking more water, moving your body, reading a book, whatever you're learning, you've got to put into action or it's not going to work, right? This means that action has to take place and you have to get up each day. Oh, I said that. Goals without action will lead to a flooding of the engine. Goals without action will lead to your body being the exact same way it looks like today, next year, and you getting frustrated and coming back to me, whether it's in a couple weeks or months or a year, and going, it didn't work. And I'm going to go, what did you do? And for how long did you do it? For what did you do and how consistent were you with the food that you were eating, the good choices, moving your body, getting your sleep, having your body be less stressful? How consistent were you? Last one is, so we've got what fuel are you putting in your body? Are you taking action? And finally, there has to be a source of ignition, a spark, he says. Desire is the fire. Desire is the mysterious black hole in the science of motivation. There are conflicting theories of where it comes from, and we don't know how to manufacture it. All we know is that it's necessary and incredibly powerful. With it, one can change the world. He said, my wish is that you are blessed with an unquenchable spark. You need the fuel to keep going. You need to take the action to utilize the fuel, and you've got to have the desire to get to where you want to go. And if you don't have those, then guess what? You're going to be sitting on the couch. All right, chapter 35. The main chapter was, where are you? We are going to die. Sorry. We're going to die. So he just talks about enjoying life. He talks about like a Monopoly game, and we all, you accumulate things. He says oftentimes people don't enjoy life, and at the end of it, we're all going to die. So put a smile on your face, take the adventure, go after what you want, because at the end, we all have the same destination in the end of our life, right? Chapter 36, timing is everything. Why does it seem that sometimes nothing works out? Have you ever worked overtime on a project only to have it unglued? Surely you have had disappointments and goals that have faded or fallen into failure. Sometimes what looks like certain victory turns out to be a burnt piece of toast. A lot of us don't eat toast. So I'm going to say, surely the things that you want turn out to be overripe avocado. Don't you hate it when you open up an avocado and half of it's brown? Oh, right? It's like trialing something or going to the gym for 2 weeks and then stepping on the scale, which I know a lot of you do. And then you're like, went up 0.8 pounds. And then you message me because you're so frustrated. And I'm like, you didn't gain 0.8 pounds by going to the gym. Well, maybe you gained some muscle. Right? But in the frustrations of life, how are you going to get through it? He talks about timing is everything. And he talks about how sometimes people don't take action fast enough and they let the time slip away, right? And so he just says sometimes you've got to be patient. Patience is the key. Consistent action. Getting the right fuel, learning, getting the knowledge and wisdom, putting it into action, and then you have to have patience. It's the timing, and sometimes, well, a lot of you don't like that. I totally get it. So I would just say this. In your lifestyle at the moment of where you are at, how do you feel like you're doing? I would love to know, what are some questions that you have on this keto low-carb journey? What are you seeking out? What are some tips or tricks or things that you're like, I don't know this. How do I do this? What questions do you have? And I would love to come on later, and I'll just do a basic Q&A around the keto low-carb lifestyle, but what are you specifically looking for? If you don't answer, I can't answer you back. So what do you need? What do you personally need to feel like if I had this answer, if I had this recipe, if I had this tip, I could go further faster? Or here's the one thing that's holding me back. If I had the answer to this, I feel like I could have success. What is your question? Ask all the questions below so that I can write them down, and I will come back later today and I will answer those. Today is ballet day, which means I usually sit in the car and do a Q&A anyway, so I would love to know what it is. So ask all of them below. What are you looking for? What guidance do you need? If I had one question and I knew I would have success after I had the answer, what is it? So I hope you guys have a great day. Let me know if you're reading the book, how you are enjoying it. And I'm going to go finish my ketones. I'm going to drink water all day long because water is super important. I'm going to stay focused because I'm rebooting with a lot of you. For those of you who are rebooting, keep going. Make sure you're plugging into all of the Reboot lives in our private customer group because it helps you understand why you are doing this, what's happening to your body. What I love about a reboot or fasting is it helps you understand that you're not controlled by food. You control the food. You control your habits. You control when you eat and not eating out of emotion. I feel like fasting truly helps that mindset of I was just about to eat and then I realized I'm not hungry. Or I was just about to eat only because the food was on my kids' plates. It's a really good awareness overall of how often we eat out of habit or boredom or emotion. So if you want to know more about the Reboot, post Reboot in the comments. We do it every single month. Otherwise, I will come back later and do a Q&A with all of your questions. Oh, that's it. I'm going to go homeschool my kids. I hope you guys have an incredible day, and we'll talk to you soon.